Welcome back to another story time with your girl BB, and at the end of this video I'm going to be leaving you with a lesson. So this is a story of two neighbors, but we need to give them a name, so let's call them Nadine and Kelly. Kelly moved into this new building with her family. She was a new tenant and she loved it here. 2 weeks later, Nadine joined. Nadine came into the compound and she was the type that loves to make friends. Kelly was the type who also loves to make friends. And knowing that both of them love making friends, it was so easy for them to become friends. They started with a neighbor friendship. My neighbor, my neighbor. So one day, Nadine met Kelly, telling Kelly that she had a problem in her toilet. Her toilet had a leakage. And knowing who Kelly is, she is kind-hearted. So she offered to help. Why don't you discuss this with the landlord of the building? And Nadine proceeded to telling Kelly that she had already done that, but the landlord seemed so unbothered. And that particular toilet, she cannot cope with that toilet again. Please note, Nadine came into the building with 2 kids, but she was not married. Kelly was the married one who already had her kids in her home, while Nadine was single with 2 kids. With the toilet issue causing a lot of problem for Nadine, because Nadine lived 2 apartments away from Kelly, and there happened to be an empty apartment close to Kelly's house on the left side. Kelly gave Nadine this beautiful advice. Okay, why don't you pack into this empty apartment close to me? Discuss this with the landlord because your toilet has a problem. And she was very happy giving Nadine this advice because to her, it was her friend who was moving close to her building. But what she didn't know was that she just invited trouble to herself. Nadine discussed with the landlord and he accepted for her to change her house and switch over to the building close to Kelly's house. So Nadine packed in with her 2 children into that house. And that was the beginning of Kelly's nightmare. Nadine, being very close to Kelly, could see when she gets up, when she does her things, how she prepared her kids, how she watched the lovely marriage that was going on with Kelly and her husband with her kids. And this, I guess, was not a good sight for her. She became so jealous that it was so obvious to everyone that this woman is jealous of this other person. Mind you, these were 2 neighbors who decided to form a friendship. While Nadine was living there, she started another friendship with the other neighbors, making sure that she went around gossiping Kelly's name and trying to poison the mind of other people against Kelly. Kelly had no peace. Kelly was a lady who didn't go to school too much, and Nadine happened to have gone to school a lot. Kelly happens to be a housewife, and Nadine happens to be a working class lady. But Kelly was married, and Nadine, while being a working class lady, she wasn't married. And I think a lot was going on, which of course I think you watching me can figure this out. Around nightfall, it was a very common routine for Nadine. Nadine would take a seat, bring out her laptop, and start giving side comments like, school is good. I pity who didn't go to school. She would throw mockery statements at Kelly. And Kelly, who sat there, who would be doing her small business in front of her home, would be hearing this statement and would know that they are talking to her. Kelly started regretting the day she asked Nadine to move close to her because she had brought trouble to her own self. I'm going to summarize the story in the best way possible. So while Nadine went around the compound trying to convince everyone to hate Kelly, saying that Kelly is a stay-at-home mom who does nothing but will sit down to gossip about other people's name while they went about their daily activities. To Nadine, Kelly was less of a woman because she was not a working class. While the drama continues, Nadine again decided to befriend this elderly lady in the compound. Their friendship too was so strong, so nice, and she loved what was going on because to Nadine, she believed that this woman is an intellectual lady. So they could connect. Together, the elderly woman and Nadine continuously mock Kelly in her home. Kelly's life became so unbearable because you would hear all the gossiping, all the talk, all the slants that are being thrown at you every day in a house where you pay rent, but you have no peace in the compound just because somebody has decided to be on your case unnecessarily. Nadine decided to travel for the holidays with her 2 kids, but on coming back, she had a problem with her so-called elderly friend, and while she was trying to go up the stairs to the elderly woman's house, one of the elderly woman's kids had to stop her. Do not come to our apartment. Our mom doesn't want you here. They felt humiliated because she and this woman constantly humiliated Kelly. So now this woman is asking her not to come to her house publicly. It wasn't something in private. When the child said whatever she said, Kelly could hear it from downstairs. Nadine being so uncomfortable with the fact that a lot of people had found out who she truly was. A gossip, a woman who loves control, a woman who is jealous of other people, a woman who loves to gossip unnecessarily. She decided to move out of that compound one day. If only Kelly had kept to herself, if only Kelly had respected her boundary, this wouldn't have become her fate. The trauma, it would have had nothing to do with her. Because trust me, whatever you do, people are going to talk. But for the extent to which Nadine had been on Kelly's case, it was because they were close as neighbors. When you find yourself in a new environment, it's very okay to be polite with whoever you meet around, but you should have boundaries. As human beings, staying on your own will not harm you, but rather it will save you from unnecessary drama. I'm not asking you to be an island, but I'm only asking you to set certain boundaries for yourself. Because you see, the society we are in, you will think that you, being whoever you are, people are happy and comfortable with you, not knowing that they are jealous and envious of you. And you would then ask yourself, why are you jealous of me? You must not have it all for someone to show you their dark side. Just by you smiling or existing bothers some people. So be very careful who you interact with, who you bring into your home, and who you get close to. Today, Nadine left the compound. But the question is, has Nadine learned her lesson? Is she going to change? Because from all indication, this is truly her character. Kelly's story should be a lesson to everyone who is planning on moving into a new environment. Set your boundaries. Know why you are renting in that particular apartment. And hey, nobody is your friend. I'll see you again in my next video. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos like this. Bye.